story number 5. So, this is a discussion piece, but will AI take your job or not? Because this has been a question that people have been wondering about. And I think it's rooted in two different areas. One where people seem to be very fearful about AI, like, oh my God, rise of the robots, they're finally taking over. It's finally here. I'm so scared. What am I gonna do? I don't even want to get on my computer because AI is out there. I'm not gonna do anything. They're gonna take our jobs and everything. I don't like it. And then on the other side, you have the dismissive kind where it's like, computers are gonna be computers. We always have technology, whatever. No one's job's gonna get taken. It'll be just fine. It's just another program, just another Y2K. Don't worry about it. Keep going about your business. So, random discussion, and this actually, we've been talking about AI for a while, Theo, but I was randomly going around the internet, and I don't know if you know about the site spy.com, but I don't even know what to call them. They're kind of like a with more wired slash GQ kind of thing. I don't know what to call them. But anyway, they're this website that puts out these articles. And I was scrolling through and I noticed one of their images on they have the feature image that you always see on every article on the web, like a magazine article. There's this big featured image. It's usually a photo. And I looked at this one photo and I was like, huh, that photo has pretty interesting lighting. And so I clicked on the article and looked at it closely and I saw the photo credits underneath because it usually said photo by whatever,
Mhm.
illustration by whoever. This one says photo credit, image generated by Tyler Schober using Midjourney. And I was like, oh, we're already there. So I jumped back to the Spy homepage and I started looking through all their articles. And I started looking for any, I don't want to call them suspect, but any suspect images for their not profile pictures, but their feature images. And yeah, every time one looks kind of like a little too nice, it's like photo credit, image generated by blank using blank. It's not an uncommon thing. And it's not just this website, other websites too, but this is the one where I've seen it most commonly shown. What do you think about that?
Good. People getting credit, that's a start.
You mean Midjourney's getting credit?
Well, well, who's ever using Midjourney, right? That's my assumption, right? It's the guy who created using Midjourney. Is that correct?
Yes, the guy who typed in, "I want to see a man sitting at a desk." I mean, that's not.
Laid out.
I mean, if you think about it, the some photos aren't that hard to do once you get your basic understanding of equipment and lighting. You just kinda roll in, sit the guy down. Unless you're doing a really nice photo like Vogue or
Mhm.
something like that, a lot of these photos are just, "Hey, dude, just sit down. We're gonna pop these lights up. Click. Alright, get the hell out. That'll be $1,500."
Well, I think it's a start, right? Now, at least they can kind of start tracking it back to a source, right? And then if that's the
Mhm.
beginning, then they can start tracking it back to how did the source create this image, right? What sources are feeding into it, right? Because this piece of the image is something that only this specific artist creates, right? And so, where'd you get that from? So I think that's a start potentially. Like I said, it's still a black box for me, but yeah, could this stuff take people's jobs? I think it's starting to get somewhat like that because I see folks are trying to get better prompt engineering, figure out how they can leverage it to be automated, but I still think we have a ways to go, man. We're trying to use it more. I mean, a lot of my VAs use it.
Mhm.
Virtual assistants use it to kind of create words and images and stuff like that a little bit faster. And I use it sometimes to help generate copy, word copy for marketing. But beyond that, Mr. Benja, unless there's something that's truly can be automated, it takes time to learn. I think we're still in the early stages of this, but yes. And I think what we're going to see is people migrate. I think it's moving fast, but it's not moving as fast as I thought it would be.
Right, right.
But I think people still have chance to kind of up their skills, just like anything. I mean, if a new grad, I mean, look at Canva, right? Canva didn't exist, a couple years ago, right? And so now it's like the thing everybody uses to kind of create something easily. And before you were like, I need a graphic artist. Man, Canva makes it so easy. I'm like using it for everything now. And I'm not even a graphic artist. I'm like, get throw this up together real quick. So I think Canva is a corollary to this. AI
Yeah.
is going to be similar. You have to learn that tool to do your next level of job.
I was kinda felt good when Your VA was trying to figure out how to recreate some of the images I did in Canva, and I was like, "Not yet, buddy." Every
Not yet, son. Oh, Padawan, you have a long way to go.
it has AI tools in it, right?
Mhm.
You can like copy some things and I mean highlight some areas and ask it to make a change, right? With certain tools. I don't know exactly how Canva works in that sense, but I've seen it on YouTube.
Absolutely. So, I mean, so will it take jobs? Absolutely. But it will also, I mean, this is the argument always, right? It will also change some people's job sets and stuff like that, which I think is a good thing. More
So
tools make you more productive.
so you're saying a shift. I mean, it's just like jobs and activities shifting over from one place to another.
I mean, it's always been the case, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
we've seen that time again. So, and but this is interesting. We thought AI is going to affect the laborers, right? Talking on Labor Day, the ones who they have
Right.
robots picking up groceries and taking them to your car, walking back. No, it's taking the knowledge workers like folks
Like,
like
yeah,
us. So in theory, then you say, okay, if I could just get them to do that, then I can do some other aspect of the chain, right? Of the work chain. So hopefully the knowledge workers can adapt a lot faster than a worker can, right?
yeah.
Because they're working at a higher level. And because mental, don't let me get into the woo stuff, but I think the mental capacity is unlimited, right? Because there's always different ways you can use a tool and it's just limited by your creativity. So, yeah, I think it'll be fine. I think people will keep their jobs. They just got to be smart about it.
Well, I like the statement that's been going around where people say, uh, your job is not going to be taken by AI, but somebody using AI will probably take your job. And
That's going to be you, Mr. Benja.
I can guarantee, yes, yes. No, I can guarantee that it's so when I worked in video gaming, one thing we always did was outsource. A lot of our, you have a group of 15 artists and you're paying them a good chunk of money because they all came from art school. They've been doing crazy, awesome visual effects for all these years, and you have them doing like really hard work. And then someone's like, "Hey, listen, I need at least 25 varieties of gray rocks, 32 varieties of brown rocks, and 68 different types of trees." And this is like the art director's kind of like calling out, "I need all these trees, rocks," and all the artists are like, "Yeah, look, my guy, we can ship that off to China. We can ship that off to Pakistan, whatever." So that's what they would do, and that's what you ended up with. But now you just AI that, so that's what's happening.
Nah, real quick. I mean, look, virtual assistants, people thought people gonna lose their jobs. People using VAs all the time. Low cost labor's always been there. So, but people are leveraging that to do more of other things. AI is the same. So automation is going to be the same. So I do feel like we can adapt and we will have to adapt. So, but you hit the nail on the
That's
head
the
on
key.
that,
We
Mr.
have
Bishop.
to adapt.
We have to because it's here. The Pandora box is open. So
Find something to do, sucker. Find something